It's Ash from Super Videos back for another live stream Q&A. This is going to be Q&A number 72, the after show for Season 8, Episode 9, the mid-season premiere for Season 8 called Honor. So I'm going to be taking in questions, most specifically for the episode that just aired. So hopefully we won't go too off into, just random other topics. So this Q&A is dedicated for discussing the events of the last episode, which was Honor, which was a pretty big episode in terms of what happened and Carl's last episode and everything. So before I actually jump into questions, there is a question that was asked that I kept putting off because I kept forgetting about it on another live stream that was posted. It was brought up by John Borrego. So I'm going to answer that question and then jump right into the live stream questions. So this question is, what will happen to the show if Lauren Cohan leaves? Love your channel. So first, thank you. I appreciate your support for the channel. Greatly appreciated. In terms of your question, what will happen to Lauren? What will happen if Lauren Cohan leaves? I think that's going to be another big event. She's a big character, Maggie's character. That's, of course, what I'm talking about. So if she dies, they're going to have to remix a lot of stuff. So it might be as big as Carl's death in terms of the story they have to remix, or close to it, very close to it. So what's going to happen? The show might get impacted in a negative way because of what they have to remix. And a lot of potential storylines may have to be changed because of that. So that's my short answer to that question. So let's jump right into the questions. Charlie Burr, hey man, just joined. Hey, how are you? Wiz07Wiz, hi, hello. Charlie Burr says hey again. And then Giuseppe De Rosa says hey, how are you? Charlie Burr, I literally can't wait for episode 10. Yes, it seems to be a very exciting episode. I'm looking forward to it. Hawken, are you excited about being so close to 2,000 subs? Sorry for a random topic, just wondering. No worries. Yeah, I am very excited. 2,000 subs, definitely a big deal. But, we'll see what happens. We'll see if I want to do like a special video for 2,000 subs or not. But, definitely excited. Definitely a big milestone for the channel. Charlie Burr, sorry. What do you think will happen to Rick now that Carl is dead? That's the question of, I guess, the question that we've been asking ever since we knew Carl is going to go. What's going to happen to Rick? How is he going to react? Is he going to be pushed to the limit? And as a result, is he going to do something that makes the show drastically different from the comics? Or is he going to come back around because of this event? Because of losing Carl? So there's two ways this could go. So we just have to wait and see what happens. There's really no way to predict. This doesn't happen in the comics. We have no baseline to kind of compare to predict based off of. So we just have to wait and see what happens. But as it stands right now, I do see what they're doing, where they're going with it, in terms of introducing Siddiq, him saying, my mercy prevails over my wrath, and saying that he's going to honor Carl's legacy and everything like that, and what Carl was pushing on to Rick, and Siddiq being there and witnessing it and everything. So I definitely see where they're going with it. But that being said, it's going to be difficult for them to pull off. They can do it, there's no question about it, but the big question is whether it's going to feel natural or is it going to feel forced. That's the big question. Hawken, what do you think Rick should do to the scavengers? What he should have done from the beginning. Just, if they're not going to join the war, if they're going to cause problems, treat them as the enemy. That's just how it goes. Giuseppe De Rosa, would you be surprised if Negan died? Yes, I would be very surprised. If they do that, then the story that's going to be coming up is going to be very different. It's going to be drastically different in terms of the story that's related to Negan's story. Not going to get too much into that because some people might not be comic readers, but at least for the resolution of All Out War, I don't think that they're going to change anything. They're most likely going to stick to the comics. So I'll be surprised, yes. Charlie Burr. I think he goes rampage. Rampage. Who? Rick or Negan? Charlie Burr, kind of off topic, but Cediac kind of looks like you. I don't know who Cediac is. Wiz07 Wiz, what do you think about the dream scene where Judith was walking up to Negan and Negan was like, "Good morning to you, darling." I loved it. Yeah, that was interesting. That was an interesting scene. I talked about it in my review. I will do a standalone video on it as well, but I feel like that was more an Easter egg than it was of an actual scene where, you know, Carl is dreaming or imagining Negan being a good guy and living with them at Alexandria. So I think it was more an Easter egg about the events of the comics. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. Charlie Hawkins says, "True, not sure what you're referring to." Oh, you're talking about my answer to your question about what Rick should do to the scavengers. Then Charlie Burr says, "Rick." Let's see. Yeah. Does Rick go rampage? Yeah, he might. Like I said, he might go over the edge and just want to kill everyone and get revenge. But there's another way in which this could play out. So we just have to wait. Charlie Burr, Siddiq. Oh, Siddiq. That's who you mean. Not Siddiq. Okay, I get it. I look like Siddiq. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe it's because he is Middle Eastern, so am I. Maybe that's what it is. Hawken, 30 seconds before I watched this, I watched the video where Rick was hurt from your channel. Yes, I posted that right before this. I was actually going to remind everyone about this live stream in that, but I forgot, so I posted that and then remembered, but whatever. Yeah, that video is posted. If you're interested to know my thoughts about the cliffhanger where Rick is injured, go to the other video and check it out, obviously after the live stream. So yeah, hopefully you'll stick around to the live stream and then check that out after. Charlie Burr, what do you think about Eugene being the good guy? It could be a foreshadowing sort of thing. It could be nothing. It could be Carl imagining what if Eugene wasn't a traitor like he is, or what if he didn't do what he did and everything. So difficult to kind of predict or think about what that means because it could be nothing. Hawken, been a fan since like 300 subs. I stop in for live stream ever so often. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Again, this channel wouldn't exist without you guys, so I definitely support you. So I definitely appreciate the support you guys give the channel and the love you give the channel. That's definitely appreciated, and that's what makes the channel what it is. That's what pushes us forward into becoming a bigger family than what we started with in terms of this channel goes. So thank you. I appreciate that. Giuseppe De Rosa, imagine if you made it to 1 million subs. That's way, way in the future. I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about the 2,000 subs, obviously, and then going from there, maybe 5,000, and then, we'll just keep pushing it. Keep pushing. Hopefully we'll get to 1 million one day. Hawkins, so we appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Giuseppe De Rosa, or I skipped one question. Hawken, what season did you start Walking Dead? I started doing videos for Walking Dead starting from season 6, beginning of season 6. I didn't do reviews or anything like that. I did maybe one video a week or something like that. I did a lot of videos regarding Glenn's fake out death back then when season 6 was on, but I got into it full time, not full time, but with like full, I guess, attention or whatever, doing videos every day, you know, doing reviews, doing things like that, starting from season 7. So the finale of season 6, I got really into it. I didn't do reviews or anything, but I really got into it. And then obviously from 701 forward, I've been doing reviews, I've been doing predictions, I've been doing daily videos like this. But I started watching Walking Dead starting from the mid-season premiere of season 4. So I but I looked at the TV when season 4 episode 8 was on with Herschel's death, and then I'm like, that looks like an interesting show, you know, I want to watch that. And then I got into it, watched the episodes from the beginning all the way to the mid-season finale of season 4, and then once the season started again with the mid-season premiere of season 4, I watched it live, and I've been watching it ever since. And I got into the comics after that. Like a few months after that, I started reading the comics and getting caught up there as well. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think hair will be like in the dream sequence for season 9? Oh, Rick's hair? I hope not. The hair just looks weird and odd. I hope it doesn't look like that. I hope it's more realistic. Wiz07Wiz, do you think Rick will die in the season 8 finale? Nope, he won't. There is very many theories going around about Rick because he's very bloody on his shirt and he looks very hurt. Yes, so if you're not a comic reader, then that's going to be something for you to chew on and think about. When that scene plays out, you'll see what it's about. If you are a comic reader, I suggest go watch the last video I posted because I go in detail regarding what that scene is about based on the events in the comics. Giuseppe De Rosa, Rick's hair. Yeah, Rick's hair. I answer that. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think it's possible we can see a Daryl and Rosita relationship? We could. It would feel very forced. They did have like a small little connection, but that was way back, right? That was when, who was it? Denise got shot in the eye and died. That was back then. So we haven't seen anything with those two ever since. So it's going to feel forced. So if they want to do that, they have to play a little bit into that again and bring it back a little bit and build it up. Charlie Burt, do you think Michonne or Rosita will die because of their new shows? Well, not Michonne. I feel like killing Michonne off now that Carl is dead is going to feel very weird and it might mess up the show even more. So I don't think Michonne is going to die, even if they are on a new TV show. We've seen that before. They could do multiple projects. So that doesn't mean that they have to die. But Rosita, the same thing applies. But based on the comics, we might be seeing her death soon. But let's just see what happens. But just because they're in the show or a new show doesn't mean that they're going to die. Hawken, been watching since season 1. Been 8 years. And where do you think the Vados group are from earlier season 1 or 2? They are dead. There was a deleted scene with them. And, you know, if you had like the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever it was back then, the deleted scene showed you that they're all dead. So they're dead. That's what happened to them. They all died. It's not really revealed who killed them, but they're definitely dead. And going back to what you said, so you've been watching from season 1, so that's gotta be very interesting getting to this point now, right? Even for me, going from season 4 on, you know, it's been 4 years. Or it's been, 4 years, 4 seasons, 4 years. I started doing it maybe in the last year and a half, but I've been watching for 2 years or 4 years, so it's a long time. Hawken, that's sad. Yeah, they were interesting. They were an interesting group for sure. Charlie Burt, do you agree with Morales' death? Not really. I don't agree with them even bringing him back. So yeah. Wiz07 Wiz, how do you think Negan will react to Carl's death? He is gonna be shocked, obviously. I don't think he's gonna be that sad, but he's gonna be shocked. And yeah, I think we saw part of his reaction though already. If you watch the teasers, there's that scene with Negan saying, "So who's next?" through the talking to Rick. I think that's his reaction to Carl's death. I think Rick brings it up that Carl died, and then Negan responds by saying, "So who else has got to die for you to realize that this is stupid? This war shouldn't go on for anymore. You should just, go back to what you were, kneeling down and doing what I'm telling you to do, basically." So that's most likely what his reaction is to Rick bringing it up. So I think we saw part of that reaction already. Daily Detonation, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very excited. How excited are you for the second half? I would say a 9. And that 1 point is because of how underwhelming and under expectation first half was. I don't want to, be very excited and then get a second half that's underwhelming because I want to be realistic. To be realistic, I would say 9. I'm excited 9 out of 10 for the second half. It looks like it's going to be a great half season, but let's see what happens. Giuseppe De Rosa, I don't think we'll see Rosita's death because there has been too many deaths. Not this season. If Rosita dies, it's most likely going to be next season. Giuseppe De Rosa, they need to chill. Yes, they do. With the deaths and everything, well, season 8 hasn't been that death heavy, but the deaths that we've been getting this season, or we got already, were, very intense and big, I would say. Well, let me think. Who died in season 8? Only Carl's death is that big. We haven't seen that many in season 8, but the one that we got is a big one. Hawken, do you think the girl who helped Daryl escape or Dwight's wife will ever come back? It's possible. I feel like the more they delay her return, the more unrealistic it's going to be. If they want to bring her back in season 9, they better have a damn good reason why she left and how she came back and why she came back. So, yeah. Charlie Burst, Cherry, Sherry, yeah. Hawken is referring to Sherry, yes. Hawken, do you think Father Gabriel is going to die? He looks very sick, but is he going to die? It's 50-50. Let's see what happens. He does look very weak. He does look very sick, so we just have to see what happens. Giuseppe De Rosa, Rosita is fine. Do you mean fine by being fine as in not dying, or do you mean she's fine? In both cases, I agree with you. For the second half at least. Wiz07 Wiz, do you think Rick and Negan will get a face-to-face fight? And if they do, who will win? Yes, they will most likely get a one-on-one. At the end of the season, at the end of the war, who is going to win? One-on-one, Negan and Rick. In the show, no question, or in the comics, no question, it would definitely have to be Negan. He was way bigger, he was tougher and everything, but in the show, I think it's going to be a close one, if they do get into a scuffle at the end of the war. Hawken, how do you think Oceanside will react to Enid killing that old lady? That's also something I'm very interested to finding out. The realistic reaction would be for them to be pissed off. So let's see what happens. Giuseppe De Rosa, Argentina is going to win the World Cup. Maybe. Now we're going off track a little bit, but maybe. And you're talking about football or soccer, I'm assuming. Daily Detonation, what are your thoughts of the new showrunner, Ash? To be honest, I am excited to see what Angela Kang has to offer. Yeah, I am excited, but slightly concerned, slightly scared, because I don't want them to make it so that it's so slow that no story is being progressed. Because from the looks of it, Angela Kang's style is very slow. So I hope that they don't slow it down too much. I hope that, there's a balance between when the story needs to go slow or when it needs to go fast. But I am excited, yes. Charlie Burr, what are your reaction to hearing Carl shoot himself? That was devastating. That was, I would say, one of the most shocking and, not shocking, but one of the most sad and impactful scenes from the series. I definitely think that. Hawken, I cried a little. Yeah, I didn't cry, but it was definitely impactful. Charlie Burr, so did I. Hawken, my mom was laughing. Why was she laughing? Does she not like Carl? Was she not a fan of Carl? Daily Detonation, I cried so much. A lot of cries. I saw some reactions. A lot of cries, definitely. We are about 22 minutes in, so hopefully there won't be, or I don't know. I want to go for half an hour, but if there's more questions, I might stick around a bit longer. But yeah, 30 minutes is what I'm aiming for right now. So we have like maybe 5 or 6 more minutes of questions to go. Daily Detonation, that episode was such a depressing episode, nearly as depressing as season 7, episode 1. I think 701 was more depressing, I would say. Especially with the way it was shot, especially with the way it was put together. I feel like it was more devastating for sure. Giuseppe De Rosa, what shirt is that? That's not a real jersey. It just says soccer on it. It's not a real jersey. Kevin Anthony, who do you think is hottest in The Walking Dead? Who's the hottest in The Walking Dead? Christian Serratos, Lauren Cohan, Emily Kinney, who played Beth. Who else? The actress who plays Sherry. I can keep naming, but yeah, that's probably it. My top one is probably Rosita or Christian Serratos. Hawkins, she doesn't. Uh, yeah, that's the question. Hawkins, she doesn't watch, but she laughed at me crying at the show. But I'm too attached to the show. It's been 8 years, and now Carl's just gone. Yeah, but it makes more sense why she was laughing now. Wiz07 Wiz, what will be your reaction if they make Rick Old Man Rick from the comics? And what if he's too old to fight? I would really hate it. Yes, I hope they don't make him that much like the comics, because I feel like in the comics it might have worked, but in the show it probably won't. So I hope they do something different. Not too different, but a little bit different. Charlie Burr, what are your opinions on Dwight? Very interesting character. Very interesting. He's one of those characters that I just love to watch. He's not a good guy to me. He's not a bad guy to me. He's just an interesting character. Very interesting. But I started off hating him. Then he redeemed himself a tiny bit. And at this point, he's in the same spot. He has redeemed himself a little bit. And as far as I'm concerned, he's trying his best to come around. Giuseppe De Rosa, who would you date, Rosita or Maggie? Rosita or Maggie? Rosita, come on. Why would I do that to Glenn? Come on, man. Or it goes both ways, right? Abrahams. Whatever. I'll take my chances with. Yeah, I think I'll take my chances with Glenn then. I'll go with Maggie because I don't want to be beat up by Abraham. Hawken, come on, win that. Who's the? Wait, what? Come on with that. Oh, come on with that. Who's the hottest and would you date crap grow up? I'm not sure what you mean there. I answered that, right? Charlie Burt. Dwight is my favorite character. He's not my favorite, but he's an interesting character. Daily Detonation, I agree, Ash. Rosita is #1 for me also. She's so damn fine. Yes, she is. Let me think. Who else? Maybe from old characters that have died. Let me think if there are any other ones. Yeah, I mentioned Beth, Emily Kinney. Who else? Let me think. Yeah, for some reason I can't think of any more. Yeah, just throw me names and I'll tell you because I don't remember anywhere else. Hawken, Andrea's sister. Yes, Andrea's sister, Amy. One of them as well. What about Jesse? Yeah, I forgot Jesse. Jesse. Come on, man. Jesse, I forgot about that. Charlie Burt. Do you think Negan is going to find out about Dwight? Negan is going to find out about Dwight? Most likely not. Not until the end of the war, at least. But they might do something different. Kevin Anthony, can you rate Olivia from 1 to 10? Rate Olivia from 1 to 10. She's an older woman. She's not my type, so I won't even rate. You know, I'll stay away from there. Daily Detonation 0. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think we'll get some more beautiful actors? We already have a lot of them, right? But yeah, we probably will get some more hot chicks on the show. Daily Detonation is laughing with the laugh emoji. We are about 28 minutes in. So maybe a couple more minutes. The questions have died down, and now we're just talking about just random stuff mostly. So maybe two more minutes, and that'll be the end of this live stream. Very good live stream so far. Very interesting questions. Giuseppe De Rosa, do you think Jadis will die this season? Yeah, most likely. Most likely. I hope she dies either by... Yeah, it's interesting, because with everything that's going to be playing out, most likely in the next episode, I kind of don't want her to die by getting killed by Negan or Simon. Because of what Simon most likely going to do, that's not going to be good in terms of the story kind of ending, if you know what I mean, in terms of giving us a resolution. So because of that, I think it has to be a survivor. So either Michonne or Rick is who I want to kill Jadis, most likely. And I hope that she does something stupid again. I hope that she's not with them and she's fighting with them and then gets killed off by Rick shooting her or something. I hope that it's realistic, but at the same time, it works with where they're going with the story. Daily Detonation. What about Sasha? Personally, I think she was fine also. Yeah, Sasha, definitely. Forgot about Sasha. Sasha as well. Wiz07 Wiz, will Rick wear his murderer jacket, his brown leather jacket? He might, but I don't think so. I think they change up their costume or their outfit every season, so I don't think they're going to revisit that outfit. He most likely will have a different kind of outfit for season 9 going forward. Charlie Burr, if you remember when the governor said the last man standing, if that's true, what do you think? Will that be the last person standing? I don't remember. Giuseppe De Rosa, who's the worst villain? Most brutal and savage one, the governor. Most twisted, brutal, Charismatic one, Negan. But those two definitely. It's very close. In terms of who's the worst one, very close between those two. And obviously it's going to be different from the show to the comics. But in the show, it's very close. Kevin Anthony, what is your favorite TV show? I love Walking Dead. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, but Walking Dead, I recently got into Stranger Things. That's another one that, very, very good show. Fear is okay. It's alright. Yeah. Michonne's mom, Aloha Super Videos fan. Hello, how are you? Giuseppe De Rosa, actually, it's almost the end of the live stream, but let's go for 2 more minutes. Giuseppe De Rosa, who would win in a war, Terminus or Woodbury? Now we're getting into more random questions, but I'll give it 2 more minutes with some random questions as well. Terminus versus Woodbury. Terminus. Because all of them were savage and fighters, right? Woodbury, there was a lot of just normal people, right? Most of whom Rick took in at the prison, right? Charlie Burt, what do you think about Rick's song for Carl? LOL. Yeah, that was very interesting. Andrew Lincoln can not sing, that's for sure, but yeah, very interesting one. Alright, so that would be the end of this live stream. Thank you for participating and joining us, even for everyone who joined or participated. I really appreciate the support you guys give me, the amount of attention and the amount of activity on the channel. I definitely appreciate it. That's what makes this channel what it is, and without you guys, the channel wouldn't exist. So I definitely appreciate the support you guys give me, and with you participating on the live streams and everything. That's it for this live stream. I will see you next time or next week for the next live stream for episode 10. Thank you